Today I'm going to share how you can make money online with your own digital agency. And look, please don't let that put you off. That when you tell people the word digital agency, they always panic and think, I must have a lot of experience. People wouldn't, consider working with me, etc. And look, I went through this. I've got my own digital agency, and I started this probably about 18 months ago, and I didn't have a bloody clue what I was doing. I genuinely didn't. I went online, I watched videos on YouTube, and then I just started learning and implementing what I found online, and then over time it's just snowballed, and now I have a very successful agency. And believe it or not, it isn't as difficult as many people make out. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share an interview with you from a lady called Bree, and her own business is turning over tens of thousands of dollars every single month from her digital agency. Now, she had zero experience when she first got started. She had zero skills when she first got started. But in terms of a digital agency, why should you maybe look at this as a way to make money online? Well, it's available worldwide. You can get started for free in most cases. You don't need any money to get started with this, and you don't even need any experience. Now, in the past on this channel, I've shared numerous different videos of different methods that you can use to make money online with a digital agency, and I'll drop some of those down below for you. But in this video, we're going to be doing this interview with Bree, and she's going to walk you through, how she got started, what was holding her back maybe at the beginning, and people's expectations of how much you can earn and how much you can't earn, because you may be watching this and think tens of thousands of dollars every single month with no skills or experience, it sounds complete crap. But I promise you it's not. It really isn't, and you'll see that in the interview with Bree. Now, make sure you watch this video till the end, because you'll know exactly how to get started with this. We'll share different methods with you that you can start implementing to start making money online with this method. And then Bree's also going to give you access to some of her free training. And again, I'll drop the link to that down below, and feel free to go ahead and check that out. So let me hand over to Bree now, and we'll go through this interview. And look, if you have any questions, leave them down below for me. But let's jump into today's video, and let's just see exactly how this works, and how Bree's doing, and moving forward, how you can potentially do the same. So today we are joined by Bree. Bree runs her own digital agency. She's very successful at this, and she's been doing this for a while, and I'm very thankful to have you on the channel. So Bree, can you just go ahead and briefly introduce yourself to the Not Taught at School audience?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me today, Mark, first of all. Secondly, I am Bree. I run a digital agency with my partner, Jay. So between the both of us, we make up Leads Duo, which is a digital marketing agency.
Fantastic. So in terms of a digital agency, over on my channel, I have, over in the UK, we call it I have a consultancy business, and I've shared content on my YouTube channel and my blogs and other bits about, different services that I offer, and just really, I try and break it down into simple steps and baby steps for people to, go online, start creating their own business. But you want to tell us in your own words, what is a digital agency?
Yeah, so a digital agency for us is servicing other business owners. We look at it as a way that, every business, no matter what industry you're in, needs a consistent amount of leads for it to continue to flourish. At some point, we all want to grow. So we step in and kind of help other business owners continue to bring in those leads to their business. So it's kind of like lead generation mixed with, I would say, digital advertising.
Yeah, that's a great answer to that. Now, in terms of your digital agency, we were speaking earlier about different services that you offer. So in my consultancy, I run like ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, and all these sorts of things. And I think that can potentially put a lot of people off. So in terms of you and your journey on a digital agency, why did you choose to run a digital agency?
Well, my personal background has been from a brick and mortar business that I had the chance to, experience running Facebook ads for. So once I was enlightened to the process of acquiring customers online based on different ads that I placed, it really became something that I wanted to look into. And at that point, that's when my partner and I met. So one of the things that we understood was that it was something that was very lucrative. It had a lot of potential. And as long as we went in with a business understanding that we really wanted to service our customers, it kind of became a no-brainer. So one of the things that we say is that, you don't have to be an expert in it, but you do want to have the willingness to learn and that drive. Outside of that, really anything you can do if you put your mind to it, right? So one of the things that we understood was if we have a foundation, this could be something very lucrative, very fast, and something that wouldn't require a lot of cash flow or startup cash to get going. So that was a huge thing. Once we seen the cost to acquire a customer versus what we were charging for retainers or what we could charge for retainers, that's when we got the big aha. So we took that and we kind of started with different connections that I had with the different brick and mortar businesses that I work with, and the response was really good. So we just continued to add value to our business, and we've seen things, take a pretty big turn pretty quickly. So that kind of low risk, high reward, if we did it right, was there, and we understood that kind of going in.
Yeah, absolutely makes sense. Did you have any doubts about this business model when you first started looking into this and researching it?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So one of the things that I felt was kind of self-doubt, how, I bought so many courses, I watched so many YouTube videos. It just didn't seem, like I was connecting all of the dots, it didn't seem like that support was there. So when we kind of took that leap of faith together and said this is something that we really want to do, it was all trial and error. And again, we kind of figured that would be the case, but it can be frustrating, or discouraging if you don't quite know or have that confidence in yourself. So, that for me, that self-doubt, that kind of lack of confidence mixed with kind of like the imposter syndrome, I don't really know what I'm doing, how can I, that self-doubt really played a big thing in it for me. And me personally, I didn't have technical skills. This is where my partner comes in. So for me, I had my own handicaps and he kind of didn't have the business side of it. So we figured together we would figure it out. So, that self-doubt was a big thing, and just kind of being skeptical, I would say, of the whole thing. Like, what goal should we be setting here? Are we selling ourselves short? Are we reaching too high? Is this even something we can really pull off? So just kind of being skeptical of it because we've seen different courses and they all just kind of came across too good to be true. They all kind of seem to have they all just, to me, had a one strategy undertone to it that, after you kind of beat that horse to death, what do you do? And if that back end support's not there, then, you don't know which way to turn. So we were afraid of that. We hit that point and it was definitely a hard space for us to be in. So kind of like having a fear and then it kind of comes true. So you're trying to kind of go with the flow. So definitely tough.
Yeah, I can relate to what you're saying there, because I went through a lot of similar things when I was starting out. I did exactly the same as you. I watched like hundreds of YouTube videos about, understanding Facebook tracking pixels and all sorts of bits and bobs. And I think the thing what puts a lot of people off starting a business or earning online is the thing that they don't believe in themselves that they're an expert, or you need to be an expert in a certain subject or a certain field to do this. But you really don't, do you? If you can go out and dedicate time and learn something and implement it, when you go to a business, or whether that's an online or offline, in their eyes, you can be seen as the expert because you took the time to learn it and implement it, etc.
Absolutely. So you definitely just hit the nail on the head. We had a thing, Jay and I had a thing where we, wanted to kind of do something, put something together, and we started to call it Expert in a Minute, because we just realized that, with these kind of one-off strategies that are being sold, there's so many people who kind of feel jaded. But if we could just show them, if we could just put it in front of them and show them, as long as you understand business, as long as you have a solid foundation, as long as you understand, two big things, two big elements, then you're really going to be okay. Every business goes through different plateaus where they kind of hit that level of knowledge and experience, right? Where they're just like, I've kind of tapped out of all of my methods. You have to kind of then shift gears and re-educate yourself and push yourself to that next element. And that was something that was kind of missing. There was one way being taught, which was a very linear way, which was, perfect one thing, sell one service to one person.
Yeah.
And we found that just not to be quite true. So we wanted to give people that that confidence, that boost. You can use this and you can step into any space, and as long as you understand business, you know how to provide value, people will pay you, a monthly reoccurring retainer to continue to bring in this value to their business. So, like I said, you hit the nail on the head with that, because as long as you understand like business 101 and you have that foundation there, anyone can do this.
Yeah, and absolutely anybody can do this, regardless of skill set, background. You don't need. It's available for everyone in there, basically.
Absolutely.
And just having that confidence to go ahead and do this, because when I've shared content over on YouTube about reaching out to local businesses, I think this is what puts off a lot of people, is because there's a lot of like self-doubt in there that goes on in this whole process. But in terms of a digital agency or a digital consultancy business, I personally don't think there are that many other opportunities online to earn an income as good as what you can earn from this direction.
Yep, I absolutely agree with you. It's kind of taking matters into your own hands to the extreme in a sense too. I personally feel like there's nothing more liberating than being able to service another company or a client and having a hand in that from start to finish. Doesn't mean that I have to be an expert in everything. I could be a jack of all trades and a master of none, but as long as I have that support around me, who knows what they're doing in their part, then just kind of sit up at a high level and just overview everything. And, when you set the tone for your business and you provide such quality of service, you want to make sure that reflects, in every stage. So again, it's something that people just don't have. I would say that support is the big thing that really gives them that confidence to go and take things to that next level. Because what's out there right now is, one-off strategy. It's really easy, it's quick, but everyone hits that plateau after that strategy kind of plays itself out. So, but again, anyone can learn the basics and apply it to any business, any niche, whether you're trying to do lead generation or, sell websites or create apps for someone or, anything really in the digital realm. It can be done and you can provide that service to someone.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So in terms of yourself and your business partner, let me just give everyone watching a bit of background. So I'm always looking for proper online courses or opportunities or businesses or anything of how people can start an online business from home, and it doesn't need to take over. And the reason why I connected with yourself and Jay was you two are now you've got your own online digital agency that's doing very well for you, and now what you're looking at doing is showing other people how to build their own online business. But not only are you showing them, you have a full support system for them, and you're basically guiding them through, and you have like a weekly planner, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're really excited. One of the things that we learned was that even existing agency owners, they really struggled with that plateau point where
Hmm.
they don't quite understand what's going on. They're not quite sure how to fix it. And again, that support, it just isn't there.
Hmm.
So there's two big problems that every agency kind of faces, and that's client, again, trying to service everyone at a higher level and maintaining that quality is really critical for your brand and your reputation. So
Bree, sorry,
also, client acquisition is.
sorry, I'm really sorry to interrupt. You said it's two really big problems, and then the signal totally cut off. What was the two big problems?
Can you hear me?
I can, yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you could still hear me. So
Yeah.
the two big problems that every agency faces is client acquisition
Yep.
and client fulfillment.
Okay.
So acquiring customers into their business and
Hmm.
then fulfilling that contract or that service. So again, having a system for both where you don't have to be hands-on in either allows you and it gives you that leg up for you to service your business and your clients at a much higher level where you can provide that quality and acquire as many clients as you can possibly take on. So, once you kind of streamline those two big points of your business, then you could really take it to any level that you want. So, for the first time, we are actually opening this up to the public, which we're really excited about based on the feedback that we've been getting from other agency owners and beginners who have taken this journey and have turned it into something far more than they could imagine because they have that support now and they see the business model and how it can work for them. Everyone wants that time and location freedom. Everyone goes in with the hopes and desires to maybe quit their job or have another source of income. But it's really something special when you can say you own a digital agency and you have that digital asset that you can call your own. So for the first time, we are exposing our business model and showing other people how they can achieve results that will give them that financial independence and that time and location freedom.
It sounds absolutely awesome, and I've been through and have a look at what you're opening up for people available. But we've mentioned a lot about support and guiding people, and because this is based around support and help, it's helping people. It's not based around volume. You're only accepting so many people every single month, aren't you?
Absolutely, and I'm glad you brought that up, Mark. Because of the exclusivity of the business model in itself, and because of us wanting to provide value to every single person that comes into our program, we do want to be able to provide a maximum point. So because of that, we are only taking in the first 25 people to our program, and we close the door for until that following month where we open it back up. So you're absolutely right. We do have a point where we have to stop taking applications, and we do shut the doors to the program by the end of the month.
Yeah, and that's not scarcity or absolute or anything like that. That is a genuine thing, because if you're taking on too many people, you can't offer support and you can't guide them on their business as as they should be able to. Okay.
We're taking off a big chunk with
Sorry.
yeah, I was just gonna say we're taking off a big chunk of time away from the agency and running a business to provide that one-on-one support. So it's not a scarcity thing. It's definitely wanting to provide the highest amount of value.
Yeah, and it really is value. And some of the stuff what Jay shared with me, and I went through and had a look at, and we spent a couple of hours on a call the other night. It's pretty much everything needed for anybody who wants to have a successful digital online business.
Absolutely. It's a very lean system where there's not a lot of moving parts, and it makes it very applicable very easily. And with that backing, it makes it a no-brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was another thing what I love about the training and the support that you're offering. It's very simple to follow, and as you mentioned there's not that many moving parts, and I think again sometimes that's what can put people off, because when you're starting something new, there's just all of these different elements to try and understand, whereas what you guys are putting together, it is quite simple to follow, it's very structured, and then you've got the support with both of yourselves.
Absolutely. Yep. And again, just making ourselves available throughout this entire process, and walking you hand by hand. It doesn't get any more intimate than that. And that's how we kind of want to keep things at the end of the day, we still have a quality of standards of morals and things that we want to follow. So the same thing that we would apply to our local clients that we service on our digital agency side is the same quality that we're going to give the people that come in through our programs. Absolutely.
Yeah, it all sounds absolutely fantastic. So, what I've got Bree to do for all of you lucky viewers is I've got Bree to put together a very short. It's not even it's like a short presentation, isn't it? And it's just giving people, what to expect, how this all works, how it all comes together. And it's not something where you can just buy this outright there. You've then got to, if you're interested in it, then you've got to pick up the phone, believe it or not, and go through a proper, a discussion, testing the product and see if it's correct for not only the buyer, but also for you guys who are offering this service.
Absolutely, Mark, you got it. So there is an application process where we will be speaking to, personally, Jay and I will be speaking to every person who has applied to into the program. So, again, I'm really excited to your audience, and I think for having us on here today, and I cannot wait until we get to have a new flow of students in for this month.
Yeah, awesome. Well, look, thank you again for giving me time out of your day to go through all of this. I'll be dropping a link down below. You can go overhead and check that out. I'll be sending this out to the email list and putting it on the blog and everywhere else. But ultimately, if you're looking to create a real online business, a digital agency, then Bree and Jay, they have pretty much put together the perfect package for you if you're wanting to do this. But remember, it's $25 a month and you have to apply. It's not just open to anybody. So Bree, thank you again for taking the time. And yeah, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, stay in touch, Mark. We'll talk soon. Thank you.
Okay, so I hope you found that interview useful, and if you're wondering where you can get access to this free training, if you click the link down below in the description box, it will take you over to this page here. And look, you don't need to put in your name, your email or anything like that, just click the link, it will take you over to this page, and this will give you access to this webinar here, and it shows Bree and Jay, and it shows exactly how you can see all of these here, all of these leads, how they're generating leads every single day online for their digital business. So go ahead and check this out if you want to know any more information. There's a breakthrough call on here. You can book a breakthrough call with them if you want. But look, thank you very much for watching today's video. Hope you found it useful. Leave some comments down below for me. If you liked the video, give the video a like and enjoy your day. Thanks again. I'll see you tomorrow.